Morning has broken in the streets of Istanbul. Another day in quarantine. Another day of isolation from our lives. At least we knew them just a few months ago. We are learning of news today about a woman, a highly regarded physician from the United States who posted a disturbing video on Facebook. Cristina Vanitas has been investigating.
That's right, Gerson. We have major breaking news out of the U.S. this morning. Dr. Abigail Kincaid, who apparently is doing research in Costa Rica, posted a live video to her Facebook account claiming she has stolen a vial of serum that contains the exact biological organisms capable of producing a vaccine for COVID-19. Kincaid was frantic in her video post, claiming there are only 7 people in the entire world who have the right antibodies to bond with the serum. And if that's not enough to grab your attention, she also claims these 7 people are all women and all named Rosemary. Finally, Dr. Kincaid accuses the World Health Organization of holding a secret bidding war to determine which of the 7 women named Rosemary would be offered a reward to receive the single injection. It's a bit much to take in, but watch and listen to her Facebook video we have obtained. We warn you, she appears frightened and frantic.
I only have a few minutes to explain, and I can only say this once. I am Dr. Abigail Kincaid. I practice research medicine at Herman Memorial Hospital in Houston, Texas. We have found a cure for COVID-19. Actually, we have always had one. And for reasons I can't explain right now, we never followed through. Only a handful of people in the entire world know about this. I have fucking stolen it. This is it. This is not a fucking joke. So listen to me very carefully. In 5 minutes, I am boarding a private jet in an airstrip in Costa Rica. Just in case I don't make it back to Texas alive, I am giving this vial to the one and only person in the world that I can trust right now. No, I can't tell you who, but when this live video stream ends, you will be automatically taken to a series of videos that contain the profiles of 7 people from around the world. The only 7 people in the entire world who have the natural antibodies to make this serum an active vaccine. A cure for this fucking virus. I know, it sounds crazy, but you've got to trust me. This is our only hope. And that's not the bad news. Here, you gotta let me out right here. Oh, it's bad. It's real bad. Because only one of these 7 people can be injected with this serum. There isn't enough to go around, and the fucking microproteins in the serum can't be duplicated without the biological DNA found in only one of those 7 people. The World Health Organization knows who they are, but the countries around the world are secretly fucking bidding on which one of them should get the injection.
Alto, esta es la policía. Baja el teléfono inmediatamente. Ponga sus manos en el aire.
You can't trust the government. They're coming. We've got to do this ourselves. No, you have to do this. Watch their videos. They're all named Rosemary.
Alto, esta es la policía. Baja el teléfono inmediatamente. Ponga sus manos en el aire.
At the end of the video, there will be instructions on how to contact the one that you believe deserves it most.
Alto, esta es la policía.
We have confirmed that there is a Dr. Abigail Kincaid who works for Herman Memorial Hospital in Houston. She has been missing since posting that video less than 12 hours ago. The videos of the 7 women were apparently part of the evidence Dr. Kincaid obtained while on mission in Costa Rica. Documentation shows that each one of these women had recently had blood work done and was ordered by their doctors to self-quarantine.
How did they get my details?
Their lab tests were shared with the CDC,
Me?
who then passed the data on to world leaders once the virus became a pandemic. Their personal videos were then taken from the internet through social media postings.
Yeah.
Hey,
I slept on the couch all night.
turn on World News right now. I just saw your picture in some secret file about
You saw me?
people with the virus.
On World News?
Obtained while on mission in Costa Rica. Documentation shows that each one of these women had recently had blood work done and was ordered by their doctors to self-quarantine.
Fuck.
When Dr. Kincaid discovered the secret files being compiled of the 7 women, they were simply labeled as Rosemary number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Jesus
A highly
Christ.
classified task force was in the process.
Jesus
of
Christ,
investigating all of
just
the
give me a moment
social media
to take
photos,
Bruce
videos,
up.
and
I need to take this in, and Alex is calling. I've had 3 fucking missed calls from her. I'll phone you back. I just need a moment to take this in.
Just take your time and call me back, okay?
A highly classified task force was in the process of confiscating all of their social media photos, videos, and of course, confirming their exact locations around the world. Joining me now from the Dominican Republic is the independent filmmaker who broke the story. Sonia Pena met Dr. Kincaid while in Costa Rica. First of all, Ms. Pena, why are you now in the Dominican Republic and on a rooftop?
Because my life is in danger, just like Dr. Kincaid's. I'm actually in Santo Domingo. This is one of the few places where I can track them down. And I know Santo Domingo like the palm of my hand, so it's perfect.
Where is Dr. Kincaid?
I don't know. We were about to release the classified information about the Rosemarys when she shadowed that plane in Costa Rica. And she trusted me that if something happens to her, I will be able to tell the world. And, people can decide which Rosemary deserves to be seen rather than the government.
Are you ready to show us the videos?
Yes. These are all the 7 women named Rosemary who have the antibodies to create the COVID-19 vaccine.